I want to ask you about your investigation, but first, let me get to this breaking news. I have in my hand a letter from the Department of Justice that was sent to the Southern District of New York on Saturday. By the way, Devin Archer is testifying on Monday. Do you usually see the DOJ send letters like this out on a Saturday?
Never. This is the first time I've ever heard of the Department of Justice doing anything on a Saturday.
Do you know what they did? If you don't, we're going to cover it today. It was absolutely astounding. Another representation of the Department of Justice working overtime to protect the first family. But there is so much more to this because it resulted in a chain reaction. As you see on your screen, Matt Getz, the DOJ is now actively committing the crime of obstructing a congressional investigation, tagging Speaker McCarthy, James Comer, Jim Jordan. If Devin Archer isn't in the witness chair Monday, we better haul every SOB at the DOJ before Congress every day to make them pay for this. Let me know. I'll come back to Washington tomorrow to do this, and the response was astounding. It's about to happen. These guys are infuriated. Continual what they're calling obstruction, but it appears there's a lot of stories going on right now. Devin Archer again to testify today, and the DOJ took radical steps to stop that from happening. Yield me the time, Matt says, and let me ask the questions. I'll handle it from there. So many stories. We're going to extend this into a full-length version because there's many stories developing. I don't know if you saw these photos. First, we had the death of Obama's chef, accidental death. Then we have the hunter, Devin Archer, Joe Biden, and now we get these photos of Obama. We're going to cover what this could all mean as we extend the broadcast over to restrictedrepublic.com. If you haven't been there yet, get there today. Right now, use discount code INDEPENDENCE in monthly checkout. That will get you $4 a month for 2 years plus 14 days for free. This story, man, you can't miss. You're going to be shocked at what you see. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure your bell is checked to all. Can't tell you how much that actually means right now, because if it's not, you won't get notified of new videos just like this one. But let's carry on, because this story is absolutely astounding to listen to.
Yeah, the letter from the Department of Justice is trying to nudge the judge to go ahead and sentence Devin Archer for something unrelated to what we're going to be talking to him about tomorrow. It's odd that it was issued on a Saturday, and it's odd that it's right before he's scheduled to come in to have an opportunity to speak in front of the House Oversight Committee and tell the American people the truth.
Come on, Jimmy. You know it's not that odd. We've watched move after move, maneuver after maneuver. But just so you understand the context, why this is so critical, Hunter Biden's old friend and business partner, Devin Archer, set to testify today in front of the committee and state that they then put VP Dad Joe on the phone with business associates at least 24 times, flying in the face of everything you've heard from Joe Biden. And just so you know where this letter is stemming from, Devin Archer was found guilty on 2 felony charges in his involvement in a scheme to defraud a Native American tribe. His attorney revealed in a one-page letter prosecutors had previously asked the Archer's attorney to suggest a reporting date. However, they deemed this as premature, citing Archer's contemplation of additional appeals and concerns about an error in the sentencing process. So they go ahead and issue this letter on a Saturday, not normally done anywhere in these proceedings in light of the foregoing. The government respectfully requests the defendant to be ordered to surrender at a time and date and time determined by the court to a facility designated by the Bureau of Prisons, hoping that that date would be immediately issued, and Archer, they're stating, wouldn't be able to testify today. Unusual timing. The government has conferred with counsel for the defendant about his request and asked that the counsel propose a date for the defendant's surrender. Counsel responded with the following position that I just read to you, but it extends on. So bad was it? And if it wasn't what it appears, you guys are all wrong, all you conspiracy theorists out there, then why the very next day did they have to issue a clarification, which is exactly what they did. The government writes to follow up on its June 29, 2023 letter apprising the court of the Second Circuit's mandate affirming the judgment of conviction in this matter. The government understands that the defendant is scheduled to provide testimony to Congress tomorrow, July 31st. To be clear, the government does not request and has never requested the defendant surrender before his congressional testimony. Boy, there's nothing that makes you look guiltier than when you have to issue a correction, which states, once again, we've been busted, and they have been multiple times in this proceeding, thankfully. But what does it trigger? Matt Getz, the DOJ, is now actively committing the crime of obstructing a congressional investigation. Let me know. I'll come back, he states, to Washington tomorrow to do this. Threw out the tweet, and he was immediately responded to. Representative Mike Johnson, I will join you back on the Hill. See you in a couple minutes, bud. Chip Roy, agree. I will be available as well. In addition to hearings and pressure to comply, will we use the power of the purse for this come 9:30? Will we do the same with Mayorkas? Many cases looming as many appearing to become impatient at what's happening. Harriet Hagman comes out. Make that 4. While I plan to be in Wyoming visiting constituents, this is imperative and warrants immediate action. I will join you, Matt. I'll join you, Mike Johnson. And I'll join you, Chip Roy. But it takes more than that to do anything now, doesn't it? And in comes Dan Bishop. I think you need 5. Count me in. Subpoenas should fly tomorrow. It's about time you start to see some action being taken against Hunter Biden, the Biden family, and the obstruction, as they're calling it, by the Department of Justice to stall everything in this corrupt DOJ request for the court to order Devin Archer to surrender. How instrumental will this testimony be? I've done multiple videos on it. This one's going to make things rather unavoidable. I would be shocked if Devin Archer does actually testify today. I hope he does. It will be behind closed door. We may never know all of what is said. But it appears that the Bidens know exactly what's going to be said. And the Department of Justice, again, is doing everything in their power to protect them and to stop this testimony. So it just escalates even further up the escalator of relevance. I can't wait to hear. I love you all. We're going to continue on now as we extend this broadcast. Make sure you join us over at Restricted Republic. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justus Knight, signing out.